Okay, next up we're with David Parry from Motorola, and as you can see behind us, it is absolutely packed here. You must be chuffed to bits.
Oh, we are. We're very excited. It's a great show. I think the audience levels, from my point of view, seem to be up this year compared to last year, and it is a fantastic show. You know, certainly with the technology moving on, people looking at the data side with LTE, adding that into the Tetra networks, it really is exciting here this week.
What are you most excited about in 2016 from a Motorola perspective?
So from a Motorola point of view, we've brought our Command Central suite of solutions here, which is really the data applications, analytics capabilities that we can bring into the control rooms. You know, that brings in the video side, the photography side. It also brings in things like social media and how the public safety organizations can use that. Alongside that, we've also introduced our latest and very small Tetra radio. I hesitate to say smallest. You never know when someone else is going to bring something else out, but it's a fantastic new product, fits in your pocket as opposed to the traditional style radio that is built much more for the power and strength that is required.
And you can build up a load of relationships here, as we can see. Are we able to see any of your products first? And we're quite happy to follow you around and mix it with everyone else if you want.
We could potentially go around. Maybe I could draw your attention to the future concept then if we do from here.
Brilliant, let's do that. Come with us, because it's always nice to have a bit of a walk and talk at these things. Watch out for the police car on the way through, and I'll grab David and we can head in here, and if you guys follow us as well, we can tell you a little bit about what's happening behind us.
So what we've got here is really a future concept of what a command center could be. It's the ability to move the command center into the virtual environment via VR. It is a concept, it's not a product we're looking to sell, but we're looking to get people thinking about what is possible. The other part of this is a capability we have where you can remove the keyboard and the mouse and use people's eyes to actually be able to control the operation that the officers are doing in the control room, or maybe it's when they're out at an incident. So it's been able to take a lot of that information out to an incident and be able to control it and see it through VR and augmented reality. So it is a really exciting capability that we have here in that sense.
It's fascinating to look at, actually. Very futuristic and certainly a sign of what's possibly to come in the future.
Well, that's exactly it. And we are stressing it as a concept. It's not something that we're today looking to sell. It's something that we're making people think about what is possible. The building blocks are really what's on the rest of the stand. We have, as I said, the Command Central control room capabilities. We have the devices that are able to access information. So if we were to just walk over this way and take a look, see if we can work our way through. I feel like I'm on the Formula One grid here trying to get through all of the
It's a little bit like that. I'm playing the role of Martin Brundle, and even in the mix of it here, it's quite nice. It's very buzzy, great atmosphere, and you should definitely get along.
So one of the things we have here is our new, it's an RSM, which also doubles as a body-worn camera. So it's a speaker mic to go with the Tetra radio, but also has the ability to capture video or still images. And then, as I said, utilize that in terms of being able to then feed it into a control room or capture evidence, etc. Because body-worn camera is another big topic, but it really needs to be integrated with everything else that the operators and the public safety organizations are trying to do.
We talked a little bit about the sort of relationships you hope to build in an event like this. Where do you see the key areas that you need to target as a company?
Well, increasingly one of the areas that's moving up is on the services side. So the relationships with the people who are actually doing the operations of these networks. Things are getting very complex. It's an IP world, it's a data world, it's not, it's moved on from being just two-way voice radio communications. And so one of the relationships we're looking to establish is alongside those operational people to be able to see how we can help them implement some of these future and these new technologies, that they may not have those skill sets in their organizations, although they may have them, they maybe don't have them in sufficient volume to be able to deliver it. So certainly on the operational side and the services side, we're really interested in establishing some of those relationships with people.
And finally then, as an event on the whole, how do you rate this year's event? You noticed that there was a higher footfall, but what other thoughts have you had?
I'll do what they do with the Olympics. I'll say this has been the best ever show, which I'm safe in saying, because when I come next year I can say the same thing again. But I think it is up on numbers this year, huge interest, and I think a lot of that is driven by this move to data and the integration of the Tetra with broadband, etc. I think that really has attracted more people to the show this year than last.
We're excited to be here with you as well. Thanks very much for your time.
Thank you, Michael. Cheers.